Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 destinations in Tuscany.
Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at the best cities, towns, and regions in which to spend a day under the Tuscan sun. Number 10. Pisa. If you're familiar with Pisa, it's probably because of a certain leaning tower. While the iconic structure indeed dominates the city's travel brochures and postcards, it's hardly the only reason to give Pisa a chance. The bell tower is just one of the landmarks that makes up the Piazza dei Miracoli. Making your way across the square, you'll encounter other masterworks of marble like Pisa Cathedral and Pisa Baptistery. Although not as well known, Piazza dei Cavalieri is perhaps even more historically significant, being the former headquarters for the Order of the Knights of St. Stephen. Although no longer the city's political centre, Knight Square is an essential destination for medieval scholars and students. Speaking of great minds, did you know Galileo was born in Pisa? Number 9. San Gimignano. Pisa might have the most iconic tower in all of Italy, but San Gimignano is the town of fine towers. If you're unfamiliar with this Tuscan town, that might be because it's kind of hidden away. San Gimignano is surrounded by 3 walls that were constructed centuries ago. The walls aren't the only aspect of the town that have been meticulously preserved. Walking through any of the 8 entrances, visitors feel as if they've stepped back into medieval times with Gothic and Romanesque architecture dominating the skyline. While exploring the World Heritage Site, you need to stop at a little spot to partake in a glass of white wine, one of the town's signatures. This might just be Tuscany at its most nostalgic. Number 8. Val d'Occia. As exquisite as Tuscany's towns and cities are, it's also a splendid place to get in touch with nature. The region of Val d'Occia is a glorious fusion of green hills and shimmering skies, making it one of Italy's most scenic regions. So scenic that you might recognise it from classic works of art. Driving across the calming landscape, you will stumble across small towns like Montepulciano and Radicofani, which preserve the area's simple, quaint charm. However, the valley itself will resonate the most with explorers and photographers. You couldn't ask for a more soothing place to take a hike or set up your camera. Val d'Occia also provides an idyllic backdrop to enjoy the Sangiovese and Trebbiano flavours of the local wineries. Number 7. Livorno. Tuscany has several stunning seaside destinations, although this port city is arguably the most essential. Livorno is not only a gateway for commercial goods, but also cruise ships. If you arrive in Tuscany on a boat, Livorno is the ideal place to commence your adventure. The blue backdrops aren't limited to the seafront either. While not as famous as Venice, Livorno hosts a system of captivating canals tailored for small boats, including the Navicelli Channel. Locals may use the canals to transport food and other items. For tourists though, it's the ultimate sightseeing opportunity with atmospheric buildings on both sides of the water. Few structures carry more significance than Fortezza Nuova, a military fort that saw its last battle in World War II. Number 6. Lucca. When people hear the words Lucca and Italy, a certain Pixar movie is inclined to come to mind. However, did you know there's also a city in Tuscany called Lucca? Like San Gimignano, Lucca is renowned for its encircling walls. Within these walls, you'll encounter other landmarks like Giunichi Tower, St. Martin Cathedral, and Plaza del Anfiteatro. Grounded in the Renaissance period, the walls of Lucca provided the city's reputation as an arts town. You can certainly see how the city inspired composers like Luigi Boccherini and Giacomo Puccini, who were born there. Lucca is sure to spark your inner artist as well, whether you're pursuing your passion for music, architecture, or fine dining experiences. Number 5. Montepulciano. Another hillside destination, Montepulciano naturally lends itself to charming hikes and countryside drives. Outside of the nature reserves, the urban area is a well-preserved love letter to the medieval and Renaissance eras. It's so timeless that you won't even find many cars on the streets. Montepulciano is lush with historic palazzos, churches, and other architectural wonders. Highlights include the old-world square of Piazza Grande and the ancient sanctuary of San Biagio. Montepulciano is especially celebrated for its production of red wine, most notably Vino Nobile di Montepulciano. From family-run establishments like Contucci to the vineyards of Accario, there's a lush variety of sampling spots from wine enthusiasts to choose from. Wherever you drink, there is bound to be a tasteful view to go with your glass. Number 4. Pienza. If you only have time to visit one Val d'Occia town, Pienza is the pièce de résistance. It's also being called the touchstone of Renaissance urbanism. Pienza owes much of its history and Renaissance architecture to a local humanist born Ennio Silvio Bartolomeo Piccolomini, but you might know him better as Pope Pius II, who used his influential position to revamp his hometown along with a new name, changing it from Gimignano to City of Pius. With Renaissance sculptor Bernardo Rossellini overseeing the reconstruction, the village was transformed over a 3-year period, paving the way for landmarks like Piccolomini Palace and the town hall of Palazzo Comunale. Pius's vision and Rossellini's artistry have endured the test of time, becoming a World Heritage Site in 1996. Number 3. Chianti Wine Region. As you likely collected from our previous entries, wine lovers can't go wrong in Tuscany. Whichever destination calls to you, it's going to be a glorious experience. However, only so many areas share the same name as the wine they produce. In Chianti's case, the wine and the mountainous region are forever intertwined. Chianti stands out as one of the initial white wines, being traced back to the 1200s. While the region encompasses more than 100 miles, the League of Chianti derived from 3 wine-savvy villages: Castellina, Gaioli, and Rada. There are other towns in the region, but the green hilly terrain best reflects the relaxing sentiment that comes with a bottle of Chianti wine. It really is the taste of Tuscany in more ways than one. Number 2. Siena. Siena possesses everything one could desire in a Tuscan getaway. For history buffs, the city hosts medieval churches like Siena Cathedral and festive public squares like Piazza del Campo. It's also home to the world's oldest bank, which opened in 1472, and one of the oldest universities, which has been moulding minds since 1240. For art enthusiasts, Duccio, Sassetta, and other Italian painters honed their work at the Sienese school. With a smorgasbord of elegant eats, we wouldn't recommend that foodies skip to dessert, but Siena's signature panforte makes it tempting. If you're a sports fan, Siena is important for basketball and football fans. Of course, no event is more competitive than the biannual horse race of Palio di Siena. Number 1. Florence. Serving as its capital, Florence provides the beating heart of Tuscany's economy, culture, and especially the art scene. As a matter of fact, there likely wouldn't be a Renaissance period without Florence. This is reflected through architectural marvels like Giotto's Campanile, Florence Cathedral, and Piazzale Michelangelo. As you probably guessed, the latter square gets its name from Renaissance sculptor Michelangelo, who was born in Florence. You might need to travel around the world to see all of Michelangelo's greatest works, but Florence showcases a few replicas of his masterpieces, including David. While the city itself is a work of art, Florence isn't lacking in museums and galleries either. People often come to Tuscany in search of inspiration, and that's where Florence excels above all others.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.